Okay. Oh, gotta let the dogs back out. Sorry, guys. Did you hear Fergus moaning? So this is one of my favorite seating spots. It's on the back corner of the house, and I get the view of the backyard, my pub, my garage, big tree, dogs. I got a fan there, and then I have a fan right there, and that fan, wow, you guys are missing some wildlife here. Oh man, birds are fighting for the birdhouse. Holy crap. Oh, we got a bird fight here. You know, I tell you what, this is more exciting than a knife fight. The one's ducking out, the other one's on the other side. I'm watching bird tactics. This is like MMA bird fighting. Holy smokes. What a great day. You got birds, I got dogs, I got cats, I got rabbits. I don't have birds and rabbits as pets. I don't believe in that. All right, so I just shot a video where I fixed my umbrella. One of those cranking umbrellas that extends out. Those umbrellas, watch this. He likes that. Look, 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 look. This is Fergus right here, the Ferginator. Yeah, it's my baby. So I was over there, fixing that seating area. Now I'm here and I'm looking at what I got to do with this seating area. I need to, first off, turn the video camera on these birds going at it. Okay, gotta have the right tool for the right job. But you always, if you got a knife, you always got a tool. Guys who carry knives with beads and lanyards or tools, count me in. Because I got purplish G10 scaled petrified fish 818 with pink and black lanyard and a pink epoxy resin bead. Man, it's still great. And I think it's better than those stupid donut shop ones they're doing right now with the sprinkles. Yeah, so I had the knife. I was able to cut the paracord with it, and I wish I had scissors. It's never good enough. But this is a great knife. This knife, I think, is going to be with the giveaways. Yeah. Sunday morning. Not sure what I want to talk about. I am super impressed. I am super impressed by petrified fish quality. Especially like on this $28 knife. D2 steel. Like a spear point, drop point kind of thing. Cool grind. Really cool. What appears to be a combination grind with the swedge and the jimping up here meeting the grind in an angle. I'm trying to find flaws in this knife, and I can't find too many flaws. A little bigger than I like for a pocket knife, but man, look at that drop. You know, the bigger the knife, the better it wants to just drop. But this is on bearings. I like it. Malcolm likes it. Hey, you like this pocket knife? He likes to nibble. So he sees his bead and he wants to nibble on the bead. And then Jelly Dog. But it's Sunday. I did mulching. I'll take some pictures and snap them in here. But man alive, it killed me. I'm sore. I'm tired. I'm getting so old. See, I like it. It's amazing when you mulch. Oh, let me tell you about that. So yesterday I was set off. I went to this mulching place. Really big outfit. Really big. So a lot of people just go to Lowe's or Home Depot and they buy bags of mulch. I almost suggest you do that sometimes over dealing with people. Sometimes in certain trades, they lose touch with customer service and they lose touch with, I don't know, professionalism a little bit. Because I walked in this office and there's these younger girls, really nice. You could tell summer job. They're in there and they're ready to rock and roll. It's Saturday. Maybe not summer job. A couple older girls. There's probably 4 total. There's a younger kid in there. And then there's this older guy. And I said, he looks like the manager or whatever. He's got headphones because they got to talk to the tractors out there. This is a big place. You drive a truck back there and they load it up. And if you're like me, I don't know anything about that. I don't know how many cubic yards of mulch goes in a bucket in one of those tractors, and I don't know it. I don't know what the process. First time ever. I always went to Lowe's and got bags. So here I go, and I'm a little concerned because I'm like, yeah, just go between the rocks, between the ponds, back behind, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So I go back there. It was much easier than that sounded. So that was good. And the guy goes, what do you need? I go, I need a preload of hardwood. And he had a full bucket. He dropped the full bucket in, and I go, perfect. He goes, 2 yards. That's where I was like, oh, okay. Knew what he said, and I knew what he meant, but I didn't process it. I have to go back to the office to pay now. And I go in, and a nice girl. She goes, what'd you get? Because we were unsure whether or not I was going to be able to put 2 or 3 yards in the back of the truck. Could have put 3 and have been heaping over, and I didn't need that because I got to drive back home. So she goes, how many did you get? Stupid me. I'm like, I got 1 bucket. 1. She goes, no, how many yards? And I goes, I don't know. And then I totally brain farted the fact the driver told me 2 yards. I look over the corner of my eye, and that older guy, he's like probably in his 60s. He's got white hair, ball cap on. He's there to work. He's got the shirt on and everything. And he goes, he doesn't go anything. He doesn't say a word because he's a coward. But he rolls his eyes. And he's rolling his eyes at me about me being stupid about the bucket and the cubic yard thing. Stupid, but whatever. Rolls his eyes about me to the 18-year-old kid or 17-year-old kid that was in there. Clean cut kid. He had an uncomfortable smile at the old guy because I don't think he really understood why that old guy was rolling his eyes at what I said. Because what I said wasn't too far off. I did get 1 bucket. Just so happens the bucket was 2 cubic yards. Also so happens the driver told me 2 yards. I realize my error, and then I correct myself, and I'm like, you know what? The driver did say 2 yards. My bad. I go, but I was just thinking buckets. Look over, he rolls his eyes again. So, I don't know. If you know me, if you know anybody of any right mind, I'm seeing red. I mean, I'm mad. So I'm mean mugging him, and he won't look at me. He knows that he was caught. The boy knows he was caught. The girls didn't know anything because they're back, but maybe they're used to this guy rolling his eyes at customers. Over stuff that's common sense, on both ends. But really, it doesn't matter. No harm, no foul, So now I'm mad, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do to this guy? And then I thought, okay, there was 4 girls in there, 3 younger girls, 2 young, maybe 17, 16, 15, I don't know. And then one that looked like maybe in her 20s or 30s, and then another one that is probably in her 40s. Sorry if you're watching this and I got your ages really off. That's what it looked like to me. And I thought, none of these women saw this. So I'm going to get mouthy with this guy. And then all he has to do is deny that he was rolling his eyes. Now I look like I'm some kind of psychopath, some kind of hothead making shit up. So I processed that in my mind somehow while I'm mad, which is, I didn't think I thought when I was mad. I don't think well, but I'm starting to when I get older. So I'm starting to think, man, I don't want to make a scene. I don't want to scare these girls. I don't want to snag up some guy. I don't want to get a lawsuit. I don't want to get arrested. And all that guy's got to do is say, I don't know what he's talking about. I didn't roll my eyes at him. I was telling a story to Junior over here, and he was laughing at something else, not this guy. So he's crazy. So now I'm a nutbag. But I know what happened. And they know, they would have known what happened. That's making good choices, people. Because if I was younger, there's those birds again. If I was younger, I might have made a hasty decision there. Also, what helped is this guy was in his 60s. Now, he looked fit because he's in a business where he's probably got to swing a shovel. But he's probably the owner. He might have been the grandpa to one of those girls. You never know. You just don't know. So you got to be careful. You got to watch your mind. Watch your attitude. Watch your temper. Something I've had to learn to do. But now I got to carry that around the rest of the day. At least the better part of that morning. And I'm mad. I call my buddy and I'm like, because he's the one who suggested the place. And I call him and I go, man, I don't know, some older guy, manager, whatever he may be, is in there in the office rolling his eyes at me when I'm talking to the girl about how many buckets and cubic yards I needed or got. So I leave there and I'm pissed. And I'm thinking, I didn't do enough. I didn't do anything. I'm a coward. I'm a whatever. I'm mad at myself. So that's when a lot of times I'll talk to God. And I'm like, dude, that's how I talk to God. I'm like, dude, you gotta get my head right because I can't get my head around this. Why do I feel so whatever? You know, and of course he doesn't say anything back. But in my opinion, a lot of people want to hear a voice when they talk to God. They want to hear a reply. And I think that's funny because a reply would scare the shit out of them. A real reply. But they're not looking at, okay, if you ask God for a reasonable thing, like, God, please help me with my temper. Please help me understand why not losing my temper was a good thing there because I'm feeling pretty crappy about not losing my temper. And then later, when you get this feeling, this comfort, this peace that comes to you after you ask that, and it's like an answer that you think that you gave yourself, and you didn't give it to yourself because you didn't have the answer then. You get the answer later, and something in me said, you know what, Rich? Get back. What are you doing? But the answer was, just quite possibly, those kids are smarter than that old guy. And those kids know that he sits in there and rolls his eyes at people when they make very simple mistakes or common mistakes. And it wasn't even a mistake. It was just a misunderstanding. But they're probably thinking, he's really rude. And he's really ignorant. And he's very unprofessional. And he shouldn't be doing that. But we got to smile because he's a man of importance here. He's either the owner, a manager. Hell, he could just be a truck driver there that's got a lot of, I don't know, a lot of authority. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know the guy. I don't know anything. I just know he's a jerk. But they're maybe all saying, man, he's so lucky that guy that was just in here didn't drag him outside. And then maybe they're saying, man, that guy that was in here really handled himself well. Because he obviously saw and noticed that I'm going to call that guy Elmer, that Elmer Fudd was rolling his eyes at people again. He probably saw that. He did see it because he was mad. We saw it on his face, but he controlled himself. He didn't make a scene like maybe the last guy or whatever. So just maybe that guy thinks he's hotshot and everybody knows he's a jerk. And I walked away, everybody knowing I'm not a jerk. But I didn't feel that way when I walked away. I felt that way later. Because when I thought of that, but when I think God will drop a little nugget every once in a while on people, give them the answer a little bit later. Give them a little bit of peace and give them the answer and see if they know it's me talking to them and if they respect it and understand it and see the gift that it is. Let's just see if this dumbass, that's what I'd be up there doing. Let's see if this dumbass gets it. Drop the nugget. It's a time release nugget that gives them a moment of peace and understanding to why they shouldn't be tormented by that situation any longer, because they handled it right and they walked away a champion, not a loser. But let's see if they pick up on the fact that I dropped that nugget because they asked for it. I gave it a little time release so that they can still torment a little bit and let that soup boil a little before they get to really get the goodness and the taste of my knowledge that I'm going to give them. Let's see if he holds on to that in the next situation. He can do a spontaneous fix instead of like me. I had to shoot. I had to have a beer. I had to cool off. I had to get my head right. It took me a while to shovel 2 cubic yards of this everywhere. But you know what? I walked away with sweat on my brow, a better understanding of that guy in that situation. I got to talk to God, and I got to hopefully hear his message back, but not hear it with my ears, hear it with my mind. And him say, hey, you did the right thing, man. You didn't snatch him up. I know you wanted to. You didn't yell. You didn't make a scene. You didn't scare those girls. You didn't teach that other boy in the office how to poorly handle that situation by being confrontational. He got to see you be mentally strong, get angry, control your anger, and walk away. And I still was, while all this was going on, and I was obviously furious in my face, I was talking politely and kindly to the girl because I was still checking out. I wouldn't have done that a while ago. But I'm still, like I said, driving away mad as hell. And I'm vacuuming out my pool, and I'm going to sweat this jackass. But I did. And it just came to me, you know? I think the time release finally had enough of its holding back, and it said, all right, give this guy a moment of peace because he's out of control in his head. And boom, I went, why didn't I think of that? Because I didn't think of it. Those are gifts. God talks to everybody every day, and that's how he talks to people. Is you ask him for something, if that's what you're talking to him for. But say, you know, like there, I asked him for help with my temper. You ask him for something, and you work hard. You be patient, and he'll answer you. You open your mind and you get it ready. And when you do feel that peace and you do feel that answer, that solution, that resolution, you know, you got to understand that you didn't think of that. It was given to you. God gave that to you, you know, because you didn't have it before. It's not a coincidence. It's not irony that all of a sudden, oh, the whole time I had the knowledge right here tucked in my brain. I didn't grab it. No. And he says, I'm going to send him a puppy that wants to be pet, and that'll make you happy. And it'll give you those endorphins or whatever you need from your dogs or your animals to say, man, doing good things with these doggies and these animals. Come here, come here. Oh. He's so awkward. He's so awkward. Good baby. Good baby Fergus. He loves love. It's like when sometimes he won't eat, and you gotta go over and you gotta give him, we call it affirmations. We gotta give him love affirmations, and then he'll start eating. Right here in the middle of his back, that's the trigger point right now. All right, that's my Sunday. That's my church. Soak it in. Gooses, my deuces.